So as we can see guys, the price of Bitcoin right now is flashing a very interesting scenario. A scenario which is pointing us where the price of Bitcoin might be possibly heading in the medium short term and even for the upcoming days. So if that's exactly what you wanted to hear, then please guys, destroy that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now before we look into smaller time frame, let's have a quick look at this psychological pitfall chart, because according to this psychological pitfall chart, the price of Bitcoin is forming a very similar formation, which is indicating that we are still in this capitulation phase. And those who have been following me for a while, you know guys, I have showed you with a monthly time frame chart that the capitulation phase has not ended yet. And also according to this psychological pitfall, you can see if the price of Bitcoin is going to form another very similar looking formation like this, then you can see after some relief rally, right, after some relief rally, the price slowly again gets gravitated to the downside, forming an actual accumulation phase before turning bullish. I mean some movement here in this manner before continue this uptrend, just like as shown here in a psychological pitfall chart. But if we look at this in a daily time frame, in daily everything looks normal. I mean the price is looking bullish after this Williams alligator crossover, because this green line has started appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom, and I have showed you with so many different examples. In an uptrend like this, you can see green line always appears at the top, right? You can see here blue line at the bottom. So you can see another green line started appearing at the top, blue line at the bottom. Price showed this impulsiveness. But when you see blue line appearing at the top and green line at the bottom, vice versa, then the price usually shows this corrective movement. So each and every time this blue line was at the top, green line at the bottom, the price started with this corrective movement. So in our case, the green line is at the top and blue at the bottom, which is a bullish crossover. But we also have a bullish MACD, right? RSI line is above 50 level, T to CCI in a positive territory. So what I'm trying to show you here is that in the medium short term, even if the price is going to show some sort of exhaustion, coming back to test the support around this 19,000 from this Williams alligator indicator, we are expecting a very strong line of support around this area before price chooses a trend direction like this. I mean price coming back to retest the support from this Williams alligator indicator before choosing a trend direction. And not just only because of this Williams alligator indicator, even according to this descending broadening wedge, you can see as shown here in an example, the market, right, the market could show a retest. You can see a possible retest around this previous temporary raise line before choosing a trend duration. And now also using this broadening wedge formation, we can see the price in the medium short term could get gravitated here to the downside, coming back to retest the previous temporary raise line, consolidate around that area before choosing a trend direction. And not just only this, even this Adam Eve pattern, which we have talked plenty of time in my video, according to this Adam Eve, the previous resistance has already been broken, and the same line, the previous resistance, could be acting as a new support for Bitcoin. And price in that case, if it is going to see a possible reversal, you can see also with the rising trend line, we are going to be finding a very strong support around 19,000. The upper line area from the descending broadening wedge around 19,000, and also the support from this Williams alligator indicator, which is lying around 19,000. So you can see the possibility of price retesting that area is still there, right? But we also know that 19,000 is definitely going to be acting as one very important line of support. And now guys, now let me show you why the price of Bitcoin at this current stage might be showing some weakness before it chooses a trend duration, an actual trend duration. So before I start talking about this very interesting scenario, guys, if you haven't destroyed the like button, then please do it right now. And for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. But if you want to support me even further, you know, a comment would be much appreciated, because a like and a comment is going to boost the algorithm of the channel and also boost the motivation for me to create content like this in a daily basis. Thank you very much. Now, if we look at this another daily scenario, if we use this Fibonacci retracement from this top till the bottom line, you can see the price of Bitcoin got rejection after approaching around this 0.618 Fibonacci line. This 0.618 Fibonacci line acted as a strong line of resistance, and this is also exact area where we failed to break. Yes guys, this exact 0.618 line is still acting as a resistance, and price is also failing to break above it. So in the mid short term, if we do see any sort of a retracement again towards this 19,000, because this line here, you can see this line was a very important line of support. Price was consolidating around that area plenty of time, so that's why 19,000 is a very important line of support. So if we do see any retracement around that area, I also showed you we could be forming this so-called inverse head and shoulder type of formation, and this pullback here is going to form a right shoulder for Bitcoin. Yes, if the price after a pullback finds support above 19,000, it could be looked as a possible right shoulder formation before price again starts getting attracted towards this neckline area. Yes guys, this neckline area could be attracting the price if we remain above 19,000. Now let me also show you another reason why, beside this Fibonacci line, why the price of Bitcoin is struggling to break out of it. Now I just showed you with the previous example that around this area we have a resistance from this 0.618 Fibonacci line, and now if we look at this formation, what we are forming here guys, it is known as ascending broadening wedge. You can see ascending broadening wedge, bullish, and a bearish ascending broadening wedge. So the percentage calculated, if this is going to play out in our case, if the price is going to show a further retracement here to the downside, once we break the lower line area, you can see the price in that case is again going to be approaching around this 19,000 target line. But if we do see bullishness, if we do break the 0.618 Fibonacci line, then the same scenario is going to also be predicting that price is going to approach around this 22,500, 22,700 in the upcoming days. So what I want you guys to understand, as long as we are going to remain below this 0.618 Fibonacci line and price is also forming this ascending broadening wedge, we have to be careful, because in the past price action you can see while forming this ascending broadening wedge, price failed to find support at the lower line. We had this free fall type of scenario, and this is exactly what we want to avoid. So please guys, please be careful, right? And please do not over leverage yourself, since the price is in a very crucial area. And now, not just only because of this ascending broadening wedge, also if you look at this price structure using this channel pattern, yes guys, this here is an ascending channel, and in our case the ascending channel lower line has already been broken, as you can see here, right? The lower line support has already been broken, and the same line which previously acted as a support rejected the price. And now we have to be extremely careful, because you can see also according to the channel pattern, now if the price is going to show further weakness, then there could be, right, there could be a possible retest around this 19,000 line, right? The new support line for Bitcoin, the upper line support from the descending broadening wedge, and also support from this Williams alligator indicator could be retested before price chooses a trend duration. So what I want you guys to understand, in the mid short term, there could be a possible retest around this key line of support before price chooses an actual trend direction. So let's hope the price remains above 20,000. Let's hope the trend is going to continue, but we can see the exhaustion is there. Price is facing some difficulty, but even after some corrective movement, we are not going to turn completely bearish, right? Because we know around 19,000 we have some very strong line of support lining for Bitcoin. So as long as we remain over that line, any sort of a pullback could be a possible retest. So these are some of the quick updates that I wanted to share with you in today's video. If you enjoyed my work, then please guys, please destroy that like button, and for those individuals watching this for the first time, hit the subscribe button and the bell. Now by saying this, I'm signing out. My name is Anup. Bye bye.